Hey my friends, this is Stephanie Rittermont with Courageous Living. Have you ever thought, how can I have it all? Maybe you see people on social media and it looks like they have it all. Well, I'm going to share something with you. You can have it all, just not all at once. And I'm going to share more about that in this video. So do you wonder, how can I have it all? Well, I'm going to try to give you a visual to that. You see, a lot of times having it all, I figure, we're trying to get everything that we can in life, right? We keep adding things, we keep buying things, and before you know it, we have so many things. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but is the timing right to have everything? Because otherwise, if you do, well, something could fall. You see, having it all isn't just about how much you can have at one period of time. You see, our life is a marathon, not a sprint. And so if you want to have it all, my friends, you need to step back and ask yourself, what does that look like to you? What does it mean to have it all? I love the power of words and I love the meaning of words. I don't know if that's because of my journalism background, but there's something about words that helps me put things into clarity, helps me to understand things. Sometimes I have to change out words so that I can make sense of a situation. If having it all is very stressful for you and maybe it's just incomprehensible, you just can't even fathom what that means or what it looks like, this is what you can do. Replace it with having a full life. Having a full life, what does that look like for you? What does that feel like? What does that mean for you? That might be more obtainable for you. That might be more easy to manage and how to think it through. When I think about having it all, and I think back in my early years of that mindset of having it all, what does that mean to me? I remember, climbing that corporate ladder, trying to, get to those high positions in the company. I remember getting married and then having my family. I was also very, very involved in my church. And to some that would look like having it all. And I think I did at that time. I think I even have it now. But you know what? Our life changes. I was evolving as a person. And when you are having it all or having that full life, to me, it's evolving. Because you know what? The next chapter of my life, right after that, was I went through a divorce. I was now a single parent of 2 small children. I was trying to reestablish my career. I was trying to start a coaching business. And you know what? I still had it all even then, but it looked different. So even though you accomplish these things and these goals and you check that box, if you want to say it that way, okay, that's great, but what are you going to evolve into? Because life happens, changes happen in our life, and so you have to be ready for that. I love to watch cooking shows. I'm not a good cook and I'm not a good baker, but I do love to watch them. And I've also found there's many life lessons you can learn just by watching someone who's making a meal on TV. You see, for instance, if a baker is adding ingredients to make a cake, they'll tell you when to add the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients. And sometimes they'll tell you how to even fold in those ingredients, or maybe how you stir it so you don't disrupt the texture of the batter and the outcome of the cake. Well, you know what? Our experiences in our life are like those ingredients. We're always adding those into our life, things that we're learning and growing from. And so just remember that as you are making this full life for yourself, there's a lot of ingredients that you're going to be adding to it. Some may be even heartache, some may be hard times, joyful times, triumphant times. All these different ingredients make you who you are and having that full life. See, I have it all, but there's still more to having it all in my life. For instance, I want to have that house by the lake. I want to have that financial security and independence. I want to have that future with a husband. I want to see my children's lives grow and flourish. You see, there's so much more ahead. I may have checked a lot of boxes off in having it all, but there's so much more ahead of me, and there's so much more ahead of you. So be patient, my friend. Don't despise the small beginnings of this path that you're on. And remember, you can have it all, but just not all at once. So until next time, my friends, continue to be strong, continue to be kind, and continue to live that courageous life.